Hi, my name is Trina, and I'm so glad to meet you today. And this meeting means a lot to me. And I have two questions to ask you. The first question might be related to the previous question, but I'm not sure whether this is right or not. But I saw on a community website that the members of the committee are human rights experts. But is there any other way to be a member of it?
The Human Rights Committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what does expert mean, really? I mean, people call themselves experts on all kinds of things. So, I think being a human rights expert is not something you graduate from college being. It's something you probably learn over a period of a whole work life. To be on one of these human rights committees, it's about what you do once you graduate, and you start now. I mean, you're part of the Model UN, or you're part of Youth Ambassadors. You, if you're lucky, get to travel. If you go to university, you might do some exchanges. Those kinds of things. That's what will turn you into a human rights expert over time. I mean, in one sense, every human being is a human rights expert because we all, have certain things we want. In another sense, there's no test you take that make you allowed to say that now I'm a human rights expert. So what can be useful, though, because it's difficult to be an expert on everything, is to select something that you feel interested in, whether it's the right to health, or to food, or to freedom from torture, or freedom of speech, or right to religion, and then get some specialization in one thing, because that will set you apart from everyone else.
And I'm joining the club which protect and learn about sex minority, and also as member of Amnesty International, I'm planning to join some campaigns and works this year. So is there, can you give me some advices or way that I or teenagers can do to protect human rights?
Yeah, what you're doing is exactly right. I think joining those organizations that have chapters like Amnesty International, and in fact I started at Amnesty International myself, so I would always highly recommend that. It's a very good way of starting, because that way you get to see different things, you get to experience things, and you get to test out what you are interested in. Or maybe you find out you're not that interested, and then you can go and do something else. So that's one thing you can do. The other thing I think you can do is just think about human rights and how they affect you and your classmates and your, the community you are living in, because there are human rights issues that are particular to every community. So you see, for example, like someone asked about gender and how what I think about gender equality in South Korea. That's a question that's relevant to most people in this room, I guess. Rights of youth and rights of students. So to look out for those opportunities where they affect you, but where they're relevant to you and where you're interested. All of those things you can do.
Thank you.